Hello, Fuzzy Goat family. Melissa here in Thomasville, Georgia. Happy Tuesday. Glad to be here with you guys today. Sorry, I'm a little late. Cadence is gone this week, well, for most of the week, so just trying to get things organized. So, as you can see, I have finished my Papa sweater, and it is super fun to wear. I'm going to stand up because I know you guys like to see it stand. And I love that it's, excuse me, the way she did the shaping on the bottom. There's a lot of short rows in the back because it comes down, and there was some short rows on the shoulders. Pattern is really for long sleeve, but you know, I don't like my long sleeves, especially here. It's I'm trying to think what else I did different. Sorry, I'm moving around. I think that was it. I took out on the sleeves because I didn't do long sleeves. There was a bunch of repeats, and I just took them out and just gradually narrowed it, and just did the bind off in the regular way. So I did block it. I steamed it. Somebody had the great suggestion to do that, and it worked well. It's really weird. It's not puckering, but it kind of looks like it is. It's weird. I don't know if it's just the design. If I should have gone down a needle size for my color work, maybe that's it too. It's okay. I love it. It's fine. I can move on to my next project. So, and right here, if y'all see it, I'm going to turn the camera. This is the Hardigan. So I finished it. And Trisha, if you're watching, you can come get it, or I can deliver it. Trisha decided, because see how long the shoulders dropped, that she did not want sleeves. And I think it looks really cool worn like this. And I think you can see the drape of it more on the mannequin as opposed to when I hold it up. So that's why I put it on the mannequin. I think she's going to like it. I think she's going to wear it a lot. Oh, on the sleeves, because I probably could have not done anything, but I did pick up and do a little I-cord bind off just to kind of make it clean on the sides. The neck, I'm going to have her try it. Hopefully she tried it on, and I made the neckline a little bigger. So hopefully it's good, and I can check off my list, and it's super fun. And I was going to show you, we do have that yarn. Oops. We do have that yarn in stock too, just so you can kind of see the drape. That does have silk in it. So it's Spud and Chloe fine sock yarn, and it is super wash. Another reason why I didn't want to soak block it is because I thought it might relax a little bit too much, so I just did a little steaming. And I have my phone today, which is a little smaller than Cadence's, so I see comments. My husband says I'm wearing his favorite sweater. Of course, his name pops out. Harriet, I see you there too. And she did her gauge watch. Excellent. But the print's a little smaller, so I'm not seeing the comments as big as I do on Cadence's phone. But anyway, so we have the Spud and Chloe fine. We have it in the tutu colorway, and I think this is Sidewalk. So just in case you wanted to do something special in it, we do have it in stock. Okay, let's see. Papa sweater, I talked about that. Okay, so let's talk about my projects. Which one do I want? No more talking about the Hardigan. Some part of me just feels really sad, but it's okay. It's going to a good home. So, all right. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is the one that I probably didn't get to work on too much, but I have a funny story about this one too. This is the Moherino medley by Stephen West. I did see that he has another shawl, for something similar to this, not too hard. I started a new repeat. I didn't even finish it. And this is the blue on blue that I wasn't sure I was going to keep blue on blue, but I decided to keep it blue on blue. Well, because I have this down here. And I didn't want to introduce another color. I don't even think I'm going to put the green up there. I think the blue kind of settles it down a little bit. So I'm getting there with this one. Somebody asked me, I think it was Madeline here. She said, who are you making that for? I said, it's for me. And she said, well, when do you wear shawls? I said, when I go to Europe. As if I go there all the time. But the last time I was there, I realized how much I liked just having something on my neck that wasn't too heavy. It just seemed to keep me warm. Because I guess we were walking a lot. I'm not really sure. So this is going to be my Europe shawl whenever that may happen. So anyway, so I'm getting there with that. If you wanted to do a Stephen West shawl, that's a good one. Again, I think last week I talked about you can take out a repeat if you want to make it a little narrower, and it's a good stash diver just to see what you got. And I would say most of the time those colors are going to go together just fine in one way or another. Okay. What else? Oh, the next one. This one I got to work on a little bit this morning when I went to the dentist with my husband. This is the Peach Fuzz. I'm still working on it. I think I don't mind working on it because I'm just knitting, so I can take it anywhere. It's not huge yet. I believe, although I may have gotten another maybe inch or so, I believe I have like 4 or 5 inches left of the red in the body, and then it's got a rib border. So it's kind of going pretty quickly. Sleeves are going to be like this. I'm hoping that I do plan to do sleeves on mine, but it's going to be a drop sleeve, so the sleeves won't take too long. So maybe I'll continue to work on this until it gets just too hot. But that is Peach Fuzz, and it's a worsted weight. All right, put that back in there. All right. Okay. I'm sorry. Somebody caught my attention there. Thank you. She says she likes all my projects. Thank you. I think I'm a little over the top sometimes, but that's okay. I was going to talk a little bit about, yes, my Casa Pinka. So we had our class this week, 2 weeks, Friday and Saturday. And I got a little further in my pattern, and I'm almost at, hey there, how are you? I'm almost at what she calls the look squirrel part, which is where you separate the sleeves and you're just knitting and purling back and forth. So this is my my look squirrel and the fragrant Madeline Tosh DK. And I think I have one more row of increases before I do my separation. And I also wanted to mention I have two different colors, skeins that we had here and the skeins that we had ordered, and I think I might have showed you this, and this one's a little more muted than this one, so I'm alternating them right now, which I can't even tell. Hold it up. There you go. So you can't even tell. So anyway, so that's my look squirrel. I think I've got people that have ordered yarn to do it as well, and we in the class for the most part are doing short rows in ours, because I think you need to understand short rows, especially if you're going to be a sweater knitter. Then you can decide whether you like them or don't like them. I like what short rows do to a sweater. If you've ever had a sweater where you're tugging on the back, because you feel like it's, like this one right now is falling down, but that it's rising in the back. So short rows help with that. It also allows my neck to be higher as well in the back and not all the way around higher, if that makes sense. So you're just working in a short area going back and forth, kind of making a wedge in there. So that's what we're doing in the class. It was a super fun class. And if any of you that are doing it that are not able to make the class, I hope it's going well. I need to check our Fuzzy Goat box to see if there's any comments in there. And please reach out to us if we can help you with anything, if you have any questions. Amy wishes she was closer to do the class. I know, it's super fun. It's just to be around people and you can talk your talk about, the stuff. And which brings me to my next project. So Cadence and I have started, which we hadn't done it. We've had a couple projects, well, really just one right now, that we're both doing simultaneously. Like she's done Look Squirrel and I'm doing it, but not at the same time. And then we have another one, the Harvest Sunrise, that she started. I haven't quite started mine yet, but I'm thinking I am soon. But this one we are doing simultaneously. I think she's ahead of me. This is the drawing sweater. I think it's just drawing sweater. And you can't, so I believe my colors, which I'm okay with. You can kind of see the color work right there. So my flowers are going to be this, it's called Prickly Pear. And the blue is going to be it's going to look like it's outlining the flowers, if that makes sense. And I will tell you what, I even put a lifeline in this one. I'm not saying this to scare anybody, but it's definitely one that you have to concentrate on. So I think last week I had done just the ribbing. I hadn't started the color work. And Cadence and I were kind of talking about how she was going to carry her floats, and we were talking about the way I did the floats on this one. which is the backward loop jacquard, something like that, backward loop jacquard, which I think is a great way for carrying yarns for a long distance. Also, the bonus to it is the show through, you know, like 'cause I didn't want my white to show through on the purple, and it kind of holds the color like the white when I'm carrying it away from, keep doing this, but really it's that way, away from the purple, so it doesn't show through. And Sally is watching, and the reason I say it like that is because Sally had started her drawing sweater as well, and I think she had tore it out and was going to start again because she got her colors reversed, I think. So Sally, I'm curious, have you gotten any further? So anyway, I have a lifeline in there. Probably should have used it because I think, and I didn't go back, I think that I had my right and left sleeve mixed up. So I need to get markers on here. I need to get our front back markers, because this is the front, this is the back, where my short rows are, and color work. And then I have my two sleeves sectioned off. Okay, so I need to get my markers in there. Let me see, come, we got a delivery, sorry. But this, it has been, I want to say challenging. It just has required a lot of attention. There's a lot of short rows in there. There's short rows in the back. There's color work going on, and the carrying and the floats going on. So there's just a lot. So I needed to do it when I could concentrate. So I haven't picked it back up again. Thank you. And I will show you another thing that's lots of charts. So the front has a chart, each sleeve has a chart, and the back has a chart. And then there was a chart for when you're doing short rows, which I'm done with now, and then you graduate to charts with no short rows. So just to give you a little look-see here, here are my charts. So I haven't started these charts. They're small, but I think it's going to be okay. I think it's going to be okay. So here we go. This is one that I cannot be sleepy with and just need to be able to focus. So this is the drawing sweater. So super fun. Oh, so yes, so my blue is going to be the bottom of mine, and then the flowers will be up here in the prickly pear. Like I said, it's kind of close. I mean, there's going to be points in which it's kind of hard to tell if it's blue. But I'm okay with that. I'm all right with that. So if you decide to do this, you have to, this sweater, think about that. If you want more of a contrast like this, which I originally did have, I think like a white like this, but I thought, well, it kind of looks like this one. So that's why I went down a different path. All right, so that is the drawing sweater. One more. Yes. This sweater is called the Joni, and I would recommend this if you want something for a summer project. It's a fingering weight, well, actually sport, or you can use a heavy fingering. It's got a little, it has a little lace panel down the front, okay, and then there's also, to keep it interesting, every 10 rows there's a little ridge put in there, which is kind of cool. And the construction of this, I think I talked about this, is you do the back, so all of the back, you put it on a holder, okay, if you can see my holder down there, there you go, and then you pick up one side from the shoulder, you pick up one side, put that on hold, pick up the other side, and then you do a backward loop cast on for the front, which I kind of liked. And then you joined it. By doing that, you're joining the front, not the front and back, but the two shoulders. And then you do the lace panel until they're equal. I think I only have one more row to go, I think, because I'm basing where my ridge is. And then I'll be in the round, which will go super fast. So this has been a good one to go to. It does take some concentration. There's a chart, but it's not super hard. I'm going to show you. Everybody loves the way I do my filing system here. But there's a lot of repeats on every row. You just do the same thing if you get your markers right, and then every once in a while you got a little yarn over, slip, or a double center, what's it called? Center double decrease. So I mean, it's not super hard. So I would recommend it. I probably will have to wear something underneath here, maybe a little camisole. There we go. You can see the lace work better that way. But that's okay. So this is the Joni. I did stash diving for this, and I'm using a heavier weight fingering. Just recommend doing your gauge watch. And so it's not a sport weight, but it's a heavier fingering, which is going to work just fine. And this is copper corgi, which is 100% silk. It's yummy to work with. All right, what else do I have to say? I think that's it. I hope y'all have a good week. Reach out if I can answer any questions. I'll say me because I'm here. Cadence is not here, but she could answer questions as well. And I would love to help you put a project together. Or again, if you have any Look Squirrel questions, that too. Have a good week, and look forward to updating you guys next week. Oh, one other thing I wanted to mention. Okay, back to the Look Squirrel. Sorry, because I'm squirreling. Go back to the Look Squirrel when we talk about short rows. That they call for a wrap and turn method of short rows. I think I might have talked about this, which is not my favorite, but we are doing that in class, so it's a little bit different than the short rows. Same, you get the same results, but the way you do it is a little different. So if you're doing your wrap and turns and I can help you, let me know. All right, you guys have a good week. Happy spring. I see